All right, we're here at DS World 2024 at the Henry Schein booth. Here, excited to talk to you about the latest launch from Dentistry, the Primescan 2. I was lucky to be one of the beta testers, so I've had this in my office for a few months. So they asked me to demo it. So let me show it off to you. First of all, some of the things that I like about it. One, it's wireless. You can easily scan. You don't have to switch hands to take a full arch scan, making scanning smoother and faster. One big difference is this tip is thinner than my traditional Primescan AC. Millimeters matter in dentistry, especially when trying to get those second molars. So the fact that this has been thinner, I found that it's much more comfortable on my patients. My assistants are already gravitating to the Primescan 2 because the experience is just so much nicer, so much easier to scan. So it does come with these batteries. You get 3 of them. Our routine is we just replace a battery after each scan. We never had any battery issues. They come with these disposable tips, so you can change them out after each patient. So it's nice and hygienic. You have the power button. It shows whether or not it's connected to your internet at all. We did upgrade our internet. We have 500 downloaded, 500 upload. So that way we have had 0 connectivity issues. I'm able to scan in every operatory in my office. Something that's pretty cool, that I think is unique, nothing else can compare out there on the market, is this is a cloud native scanner. So what does that mean? This means that you can use anything that has a good internet connection to scan with. It's not tied to a specific laptop. It's not tied to a cart. You can literally scan with anything. All right, I've tried it out. I've scanned in my operatories. I've scanned on a tablet, an iPhone, an iPad. I've even scanned with the Apple Vision Pro, making it just extremely versatile and convenient. Something that cloud native means too is, rather than relying on my local hardware, my computer, let's say my computer's old, the graphics card's beat up, doesn't matter with the Primescan 2 because you're using Google's high-tech computers to do all the data. So it's pretty amazing. It really is revolutionary. So now I'm going to demo what it's like to take a scan. And so how I do it in my office is they have what's called a status scan. So basically if a new patient comes in or patient's in hygiene and they're ready to schedule some treatment, you take what's called a status scan. You take a full arch scan, top and bottom, the bite. That way you have that data. So whether I want to, in the future, prepare a crown, do an aligner case, a surgical guide, full mouth rehab, it's all there on that status scan. So I'm going to show you how that works. So now I have the patient entered. I'm going to go up here and say start my Primescan. You see there's the 2 options, the status scan that I was talking to you about, or the Primescan. So I'm going to start with the status scan. Let's say this is in hygiene. This patient's going to do a crown in the future. You want to make sure that your camera is turned on before you start the scan. Just helps with the connectivity. So there's some of the things that I found out as I was testing it. Always make sure it's turned on, ready to go before you start. And now here we have our status scan. It starts with the lower. Like to start on the buccal, I'll roll all the way across to the other side. You'll see how this is downloading not to this laptop, it's downloading to the cloud. It's downloading and processing on the Google servers. And look how smooth that is, it's amazing. What blows my mind right now too is we're at Dentistry Serona World. There's 50 plus of these going all at once off of the same network, and it's able to scan that smooth. That's like amazing. So if I can run 50 scanners at DS World, you can run 1 or 2 at your office, no problem. All right, so now to switch screens, you just, on the side, you have gloves, right? You just double tap. There we go, jump to the next catalog. Now I'm going to scan the upper jaw. Same thing, I start in the buccal. Roll to the occlusal, come down the lingual, then incisal, and of the anteriors. It likes nice continual movement. I'd say on average, a full arch scan is about under 3 minutes in our office. All right, so last we get the buccal bite. Again, double tap. That jump to the buccal catalog. I'll scan 3 or 4 teeth on one side. You can jump to the other. Scan 3 or 4 teeth on the other side, and you have your full arch scan. What's cool is now, once I finish my scan, finish and save, this scanner is immediately available to go to the next room, right? Like, it's not tethered to a room. My hygienist needs it next door, no problem. Dentist needs it to prep a crown, he grabs it, no problem. You don't have to rely on a cart and wait till the whole crown is finished or reschedule patients to take multiple scans. Just last week, I think we set a record of most scans in an hour. We had to take 7 full arch scans on just patients that all needed and wanted to start treatment all at once. That would have never been possible before we got the Primescan 2. All right, so remember, we got the status scan, let's say in hygiene. Now the patient comes back and you're gonna prep a crown, okay? So rather than having to take all of those scans all over again, you can use the status scan and all the data that's captured, and then all I have to do is scan the prep. It's a really cool feature. So I'm gonna go back to that same patient that we took the status scan on, and then rather than selecting status scan, we're gonna select treatment scan. So on this typodont, there are no crown preps. We're gonna pretend that tooth number 30 has a crown prep, okay? So we're gonna select restoration, tooth number 30, and we're gonna prep a crown. Now down here you can see it says I can select a new scan where I just have to scan everything all over again. But what I like is I like to use the status scan. So what you'll notice that's different, there's only one thing you need to scan at this point, and it's your prep. So patient's numb, you prep the crown, you come in and pack your cord, take out that top cord, and now with the status scan, all I have to do is scan the prep. So see, it only has lower jaw treatment. So let's say tooth number 30. And as I begin scanning, you already see my status scan populating in the background. And that's already really stable data. It makes this treatment scan so smooth, so fast, that all I have to do, scan that prep. I mean, it's in a matter of seconds, and that's it. So you imagine those crown appointments, you're not having to take as much scans, much faster, much more convenient. Really like this thing for my same-day crowns. All these scans now, they're saved into DS4 that I can access anywhere in the world that has an internet connection. I can decide where this is sent to design the crown, to finish things up. But no, it's been really cool. I've been really lucky to be part of the testing. Highly endorse it. It's definitely the one scanner to rule them all. After having tried this out for the last few months, I love the Primescan 2 so much. We are going to get a second one through Henry Schein. I want it available in my hygienist's hands, associate hands, and my hands at any given point, because this thing is a production producer. I want no limitations in my office. So thank you, Henry Schein, for helping me get my second Primescan 2.